Welcome to another episode of rawradianthealth.com, and I'm Natasha St. Michael. Thank you so much for joining me. So today I've got a little bit of something different. I'm going to be showing you guys a home remedy. This is something everyone should know because you never know, you might have some sort of accident in the kitchen or doing some sort of home improvement or something rather where you might get either a cut or some sort of wound where it's bleeding a lot and you need to do something immediately to stop the bleeding. Okay, this happened to me last week that I had a little kitchen accident and I cut off a nice portion of the tip of my thumb, okay, like a big cut, and it was terrible. It was bleeding everywhere, all over the floor, all over the walls, everything. And as you guys know, last week I was taking my grandfather back and forth all week and all weekend to the hospital, to different emergency rooms. And it was the one day where I didn't need to go to the hospital, okay? Where there was no phone calls, there was no drama, there was nothing going on. It was the one day where I was at home doing my thing that I had my own little drama and little accident. And as I'm standing there with my thumb bleeding and I'm just kind of like, I don't want to go back to the hospital, it occurred to me to try this home remedy that I heard about. I never used it before, never tried it out, but it was like, it just came into my mind to put cayenne pepper on the wound. And it's supposedly supposed to help stop bleeding. Okay, so I did try it and it did work. So I want to share this with you because a lot of you have kids that are getting into little accidents here and there, or yourself, you might have a little kitchen accident. We want to avoid the accidents, but if they do happen, we should be prepared. So all you need is cayenne pepper, and you have to make sure you have an organic cayenne pepper and make sure there's no wheat in it, okay? A lot of times cayenne pepper and other spices are cut with wheat and other fillers. Okay, so always get your spices from a good source and read the label. Make sure that it's just pure cayenne pepper, that if there is any wheat in there, it will be on the label. So always make sure to read the ingredients. Very important, okay? So all you'll need is cayenne pepper and a Band-Aid. Now, let's say the wound is a bit bigger than a Band-Aid. Then what you'd need is either gauze, or even what I had done, because my wound was pretty big, it was bigger than the Band-Aid, was I used just paper towel or toilet paper and just sprinkled the cayenne pepper on. I'm going to show you how to do it with the Band-Aid, and you can always just do it with something that's larger, okay? And the one thing I do want to just warn you now, because I made the mistake of doing this, was whatever you do not pour like a big mound of cayenne pepper on a plate or something and stick your finger or the wound into a big mound of cayenne pepper. Okay, that will burn, it will hurt, and it won't work because it'll be so painful. I did it, okay? Like before I just knew how to do it, I literally poured this big mound of cayenne pepper on a plate and stuck my thumb into it. And it was so painful that I just ran to the kitchen sink and had to wash it off, okay? So it didn't work that way. You need only a little sprinkle of cayenne pepper, very little amount, okay? So don't go crazy with it, because if you do, it's gonna hurt and you're gonna just wash it right off and it won't work. You just need a little sprinkle of it. You won't even feel it. It's great for kids because they won't be in any pain at all, but you just use a very little bit amount, okay? So I'm gonna show you how. Okay, so here we've got the Band-Aid and the cayenne pepper. So with the Band-Aid, you're gonna first, I would suggest, is actually take off the plastics pieces of the Band-Aid, and you just lay it down, and then you're gonna take a really just small, little pinch of cayenne pepper, okay? Like not all that much, just a little bit. That's plenty, okay? So you guys see, it's not all that much. It's just a little pinch. And then wherever the wound is, okay, so let's just imagine I have a wounded finger, right? So I would place the wound on top of the bandage, and then I would just place the Band-Aid, hold it down in there, and within 30 seconds, it will stop bleeding, okay? And then I would just leave that on it for the next day, okay? And then change the Band-Aid after maybe 12 hours or 24 hours, okay? And you don't need to put any more cayenne pepper after you wait at least 12 hours. You can just leave it as is. So that's my little trick of the day. I mean, this, seriously, it worked in 30 seconds and I didn't need to go to the hospital. It stopped bleeding and the wound is still healing. It's been like a week and it's still not 100%, but like, I mean, it just saved me a trip to the hospital and just, it was great, 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 great. And so everyone should have cayenne pepper stocked in their home. So just in case this ever happens to you, it will save you, all right? So I'm wishing you guys the most fabulous, fabulous day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.